Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play, episode 58 or 59. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep. Today, we're actually going to get work on the really big project we've been mining sandstone for, except I noticed there's a pillager raid over here. Sad part is, I don't have... Alright, this is gonna be fun. Come here, boys! Ouch, hurts. Follow me! Follow the bouncing sheep! What? You're supposed to walk into the fire, you dimwits. There we go. Once he's dead. Can we run away? Thank you. Holy crap. Run away! They killed him for me. Well... Did you just shoot straight up? I think he did. He managed to hit me. Okay, as I was supposed to be saying, sorry, like the camera's up there now, I forgot I moved it. As I was supposed to be saying, we're actually going to begin construction on a very, very big project. Very big. It's a giant donut. Actually, we need to make all this into smooth sandstone. And I'm not entirely sure how to do that. And this space is not ready at all. Oh boy. No, it's not. I don't actually have... Never mind. I thought I had the space for this. I don't. Okay, so we're not going to begin construction today. We're going to do more terraforming. Well, I should say, we're going to do some actual terraforming today. So. Ominous banner. Yeah. Okay. Well. Terraforming it is. Do you have a bucket of water? We do. Perfect. Efficiency 1. Silk touch. Don't need silk touch. No silk touch for what we're doing. I'm just looking at my view outside my office window and how spectacular it is. Oh, we're gonna end up with a bunch of wheat seeds. That we don't want or need or... But oh well. So yeah, okay, so a few things I want to talk about today. First thing is, I've actually, I am a subscriber, and I do watch some of Mumbo Jumbo's videos. And recently, he's restarted the Hermitcraft series. And he's doing something that got me really excited. And he's building this giant base out of a fake mountain. And in it, he plans to build a planetarium. Now, as you know, recently I have become completely obsessed. Well, okay, sorry. I should say I was already completely obsessed. But my obsession has returned. Because it didn't always, I didn't, Jesus, that was a weird, like, delay. Well, anyways, my obsession with space and all things celestial has come back. And so when he said he's going to build a giant planetarium inside of his base, I got super excited, and so now I'm super drawn into this season of Hermitcraft. So, not that I'm like inspired to build a planetarium inside of Minecraft myself. I simply do not have the patience to do that. At least not in survival anyways. I don't really have the necessary building room so far to do it in creative. It would definitely be something I would like to do in the future. In my Let's Build world. So there is a possibility with time that I will actually make a planetarium. But I'm just like, I'm just super obsessed. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. He's gonna build a planetarium. I can't wait to see it. I really can't. And it also made me think, like, why don't they in Minecraft? I think I've talked about this the past several Let's Plays. Is that I want them to update the sky. I want the sky to actually like have some constellations, or some of the stars you can zoom in on, and oh look, there's a binary star system. Oh look, that's a planet. You know, something like that. Or if you zoom in on the sun, oh look, there's a sunspot that wasn't previously visible. You know. And, like, the only way you can really look at the sky, and, like, you can increase the magnification of the spyglass by using a tripod. And so the tripod won't let you dip below the horizon. So, like, it would definitely be a very... I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult, but at the same time, I feel like it will end up being difficult because the resolution you would need to end up setting for the sky is going to have to be really high. So, but either way, I mean, it'd be so cool. You know, another reason to get the spyglass, you can study the constellations and study the planets. And then maybe this will never come to Minecraft, but maybe if they add a sky dimension of some sort. Well, okay, sorry, I take that back. The sky dimension will probably come to Minecraft at some point. Because they do have the guy who invented the Ether mod. If you don't know what the Ether mod is, have you seen the memes about heartbreak in Minecraft? And it's like the opposite of a nether portal. So it's, instead of obsidian, it's glowstone, and then instead of lighting it with flint and steel, you pour a bucket of water in it, and and you go to and it opens up the door to the ether. To the sky dimension, I guess, but it is the Ether mod, and so you can go to the sky dimension, and there's bosses and stuff there you can fight. No, anyways, I think I've hinted at them adding another dimension, but it's gonna be years, and what I mean years, they're gonna update the end before then, and then I think they gotta do a few more updates before they do the end, actually, now that I think about it. So okay, so I don't want it to exceed this point. Because if I ever expand the farm again, this will be the line at which it expands by. So that means the donut. Well, it can't be that big, so I have to put something else here. I do want to build. I do want to expand this, but apparently I can't get any more than just one end fruit flower thing. Whatever. Point is, so 50 blocks. That's really big, actually. How wide is this currently? Nope, not big enough. Okay. Yeah, we'll just... I don't know where to put this thing. I guess we could put it out back here, kind of behind the donut. But at the same time, not really. Not the donut, the Oreo. You can put it, like, right here. Just go that way with it. Oh, yeah, I'll just have to cut all the stuff I was just doing. I was concentrating a lot on block placing and counting, and yeah. This small little pond here distracted me. So yeah, as you know, based off of the last several podcasts and the last few Let's Plays, I'm obsessed with space. I have always been obsessed with space. This isn't like a new obsession for me. All right, there's nothing new about this at all. In fact, I've been obsessed with space before I was even able to read. I remember so back in elementary school, and even before that, there was these things called book orders. Basically I think once a month and once every quarter or something, I'm not entirely sure, you would get, so you had a little mailbox with your name on it, and they'd put announcements that you give to your parents, like the lunch menu, that kind of stuff. They put that kind of stuff in the mailbox, or like any like paintings you made that you would turn in or whatever. Okay, this is back in daycare when this started, but they also did in elementary school. Well, anyways, in daycare, they had a book order. And I remember wanting to get space books. And the whole reason why I was obsessed with space, if I'm not mistaken, was because of the Magic School Bus. Alright? The Magic School Bus got me into space. Right? I remember that because they had the Lost in Space Magic School Bus episode. That one, if I'm not mistaken, that got me super interested in the cosmos. And basically, my parents, my mom anyways, she recognized this and fed my obsession even further by letting me basically order whatever kind of books I want from the book order. So I remember specifically one instance where I couldn't read, right? And there was this book about asteroids, and I was just like, "Mom, look at this." And so I would just like, "Oh, in 1987 or something, an asteroid hit New Jersey or whatever." Something just ridiculous and random. Even though I couldn't read, that's not at all what the book said. I was just saying it because I was just super excited. And then like my mom and dad would read me the books every night before I go to bed, because because I wasn't very good at reading, and so one of the ways in elementary school I wasn't good at reading, so they wanted them to read to me every night, and I would also read to them every night. But anyways, these books, I loved these books, right? And so I would have one set of books I got were on the solar system. So there was a book about every single planet. And I remember I remember in elementary school, this first or second grade, I was in the sped reading group, and we were picking our books to read for the night or the week or whatever. And we were going to take it home and read it to our parents and so on and so forth. Well, anyways, I was looking through the books, and I saw the books that my parents have been reading to me since I was in preschool. And so I was like, oh my god, these are the exact books I want to read. Well, the problem was you had reading levels, and they were on an A through like N level. They were like A through N basis, right? So A being the easiest, N being the hardest. Anyways, so I was like a C or a D, and this book was like a G or H. And the teacher, she was just like, okay, Doc, I don't know, that's a much higher reading level than what you're at. So you know the rule. The rule was if you stumble on 5 words on the first page or 2, you're not allowed to take it home and read it. Well, spoilers, I did not stumble. In fact, so I remember I had picked the book about Jupiter, and I only stumbled on the word stripes. I could not read the word stripes. Don't know why, I just couldn't. And since I only stumbled on the word stripes, I was able to take it home. And, well, my big mouth, or maybe they discovered it at parent-teacher conferences. I'm not entirely sure when my reading teacher found out. But at some point, she found out that my parents had read me that book when I was much younger. And they had read it to me quite a few times. And she was like, oh, you're not actually reading, you're just reciting what was in the book. Right? So I wasn't actually reading. I was just, the book had been read to me so many times, which, let's be fair, I don't think it was that many times, but apparently it was enough times to where my first, second grade brain was able to memorize the book. And so I was no longer allowed to read those. And when I got higher up into the actual reading levels and I was able to read at G and H, she was just like, no, you're no longer allowed to read those because you have them memorized and you've read them before. Which made me upset. But all in all, I it's just a fun story. But anyways, so yeah, that further cementing the point that I had this obsession with space then, and I still have it now, and Phil is just feeding it, and me having my own money and time and resources to invest in my obsession instead of having to rely on my parents to feed my obsession is not good. Because my parents would be like, no, you're not doing that to your room. Now it's just like, no one's going to stop me. The only person that could stop me is myself. And the amount of money I have in my bank account. So, look out, world. So yeah, and that's why I'm turning my room eventually into basically a night sky simulator, kind of, if that makes sense. A night sky simulator. A planet. It'd just be a planetarium, but I don't like the word planetarium to describe my room because it doesn't feel like a planetarium. But I digress. I turned my room into some form of planetarium. Ooh, that'll be a good title for that video. I turned my room into I turned my office into a planetarium. That's a really good title, actually. I like that. Anyways, okay, now we just gotta hack away all this land. Oh, boy. So, anyways, as I talked about, so since the last time you saw me, I started at my new job. I hate it. I think I talked about this Wednesday on the live stream. Actually, I talked about it a lot. I was just kind of really bummed out and depressed from being at my job. So basically, this job, it sucks. And it's just like right now, it's super boring. But then like one day, it's just gonna be like going from doing nothing to I'm gonna be so busy that I won't be able to do literally anything else in my life. They're talking about like, yeah, we're gonna ramp up your hours. Instead of working 8 to 5, you'll be working 7 to 8, Monday through Friday, and then for a week or two you'll be working a half day on Saturday, and then if the season gets really bad right before it ends, because that's usually how that works. At least at this place anyways, then you will have to work a half day on Sunday and probably a full day on Saturday. And you'll have to do this for that'll be like probably a 2-week event. And I'm thinking to myself just like, no, I'm not going to do that. So, screw it. They're not going to see this video. Even if they do, it'll probably be too late anyways. Basically, I called my dad, and I was just like, I need help. And he's like, well, I guess just start looking for jobs, and once you find one, quit. He calls me later Friday night. This is when I told him about this. He calls me later Friday night, and he's like, I found you a new job. I'm like, come again? He's like, call, he sent me the number, and he's like, call this guy Monday morning. Basically, it's in commodity trading, ag commodity trading, which still isn't the same direction I want to take my my career, but it's better than where I was headed before, and it could certainly help me actually go in the direction I want to go in. And the only thing I'm worried about is that this guy lives like an hour south of my house, of where I live now. And I'm assuming he works an hour south. And so I'm like, so if I have to drive an hour to go to work every day, that sounds terrible. In the winter, that could be 2-hour drive. I have no idea, I have no idea what the road conditions will be like in the winter. That is something I am definitely concerned about, and I will have to ask. Another thing is, will this job pay very well, And I want to know what were all these other people. So, the reason why this job is even available and why he's offering it to me is because he had 6 other people lined up for it, and they all decided no for various excuses, apparently. So I'll be curious to see what those excuses are. It is possible, since it is commodity trading, that it's going to be virtual, which is possibly why that people didn't want to take the job. They wanted to go into the office. Well, if the office is an hour away from me, well, I don't want to do that. You know. But if I have to, I don't want to go to the office, even though I do like the idea of going to an office every day. I would, if it's an hour away, I certainly do not want to. So there is this possibility that the job might be online. Which, if that's the case, honestly, I don't care if it pays me less and I have to ask my dad for help on my rent. I don't care. I'm taking it. Because if no commute, heck yeah. I only have to go to Walmart. I only ever have to leave the house just to go mow my grandma's lawn and go to McDonald's. Go to Walmart or go on some adventure. I never have to leave. I don't have a commute, a daily commute, like every other person on the face of the planet. I just get out of my bed, take a shower, put on whatever clothes I want, so I don't have to go buy dress clothes, throw on whatever clothes I want, sit down at my computer, and start working. And then obviously I can start investing in some sort of standing desk. I'll probably use my laptop for this job and put it get a standing module desk and put it right here. Again, that's my dream. Actually, the real dream is that it pays significantly more than my current job. And it's virtual. Because if that's the case, if it's virtual, that's actually my dream job. That's actually like my dream. No commute. I can stay home every single day. I don't have to worry. It's like, oh, Doc's a wuss, can't handle the heat and the cold. No, I have no problems. If it's extremely hot, no big deal. You roll down the windows. I do hate extreme heat. I much rather prefer extreme cold because you can run a heater. I prefer to not run my air conditioner in my vehicle because it destroys the gas mileage. And you have to run your heater in the winter because, well, you can't see out your windows then. Or you'll start to lose fingers. That doesn't happen in the summer. You just get smellier and sweatier. Anyways. Which is an inconvenience and really annoying, but what are you supposed to do? And so anyways, no, the extreme cold and the extreme heat don't bother me. It's the road itself. I hate driving in the snow. I think a lot of people who drive can agree with me. Driving in suboptimal conditions, so the snow and that kind of stuff, is not fun. As long as I can remember, I've hated it. And after the driving in a whiteout to try Beast Burger video, I'm petrified of having to drive long distances in the snow. I mean, just that alone, it was a 1 hour drive that turned into a 3 hour drive. Right? Because it was so bad. Now, granted, I don't think this guy would have me come to work if the conditions are that bad. Right? It's a whiteout. But I have no idea. And since it's commodity trading, I actually get off at 4 o'clock in theory. It's also not like trading in Chicago. In theory, I get off at 4. I get off at 4 because that's when the markets close. Maybe even 4:30. It does mean I have to be there still. I still have to be there at 8 or a little before 8. But either way, the markets close at 5 on the East Coast, which is 4 o'clock here. So I get off work at I'll get off work at 4 o'clock, which would be great. And with no commute, I can stay up pretty damn late. Because all I have to do is get my butt out of bed, take a shower, and turn on my computer. And clock on. You know. And begin my workday. That's it. Why would you not want that? Yeah, sure, I'll never have to interact. Yeah, sure, I won't be able to interact with people. I'll probably hardly, if ever, interact with people. But I don't care. I'm not exactly a people fan, so. But again, I have no idea. I have no idea what this job is like. I have no idea what it entails. I know nothing. All I know is I'm supposed to call this guy and ask him all these details that I'm filling in with my imagination and just hoping for. Best circumstance is that I don't have to drive anywhere, or at least if I do, it's a very short-ish drive, and it pays much better than my current job, and I'll never have to work another. And he's like, yeah, no weekends, no overtime, as long as you get your work done. So I can only hope and dream. Oh, time to get a new shovel. So right now on my screen it says I'm at 34 minutes, but I don't know how long I didn't talk. It might have only been a minute, it might have only been like a few minutes. I have no idea. I'm gonna go to 40 minutes, and then that should make up for any non-talking time I did at the beginning of the episode. Despite the fact that I'm currently punishing my throat doing this, but it's okay. Because I'm very thirsty because I didn't bring a drink to do the stream, and then here I am doing a video without. Hello, villagers. Oh, you're actually the guy I need to talk to. Don't go away. I didn't grab any iron. Can't believe I got him on the first try. Is this him? Wow, no. Do not want stone. Ah! They're descending on. They're descending onto. Still haven't filled up. Okay, well this one's almost full. But other than this chest, we do have quite a bit of iron. And it will slowly fill us up. But we can always go dump poppies. Not that we'll ever need that much red dye anyways. I say that as if I decide to do concrete for the frosting on the giant donut, I will probably need I probably want to use I'll probably want to use pink concrete, which means I will need lots of bone meal. I don't want to. Or lots of. Well, I'm gonna need lots of bone meal and lots of red dye. Yeah, we're gonna do pink sheep for that. And we're gonna make a lot of pink sheep. I have to make a pink sheep farm. That's okay. Anyways, where are we at? 37 minutes. Almost 40. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at currently with my jobs. This will be if I take this new job. And it's like, I call him Monday morning, and it meets all my wildest dreams, and he's just like, yeah, if you want it, it's yours. This would be like my third job within like 2 months, which is absurd. I went from only having one job my entire life and at that job for over 3 years to having 3 jobs in 3 months and only staying at the one job for 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna call this guy on the way to work. Hopefully he picks up. I really hope he does. Otherwise, I then have to like awkwardly go walk away from everybody while at work, go make this phone call, and then awkwardly go walk back up to the shop. Sorry, not walk up to the shop. Walk up to the office and tell my boss that I'm quitting. And that I'm turning in my 2 weeks. Either way, I'm excited. If this job is anything like I'm hoping it is in my head, I'll be over the moon. So, and yes, you can call me a wuss for not wanting to, for like even a month or so, doing all that extra work, because everybody's like, think about all the extra money, and I'm like, it's not about the money. I don't want the money. I could care less about the money. It'll be nice, sure, but at the same time, I have hobbies and and a life outside of work, you know, that I won't be able to enjoy. And one of those hobbies, stargazing, is literally the best in October. And I shouldn't say it's the best in October, but October's one of the best times to do it. Because it's cooled off enough, at least in my region anyways, to where the humidity is disappearing. And also, well, anyways, the humidity is disappearing because it's cooling off, and the nights are cool instead of warm. Right now, the nights are warm. It's the weirdest thing. The other night, apparently, the lowest it got was 81. 81 the entire night. That's because of how humid it is. Well, in October, the humidity starts to die off a bit. It gets a lot cooler, which means more stars will be out. There'll be less of a haze. It also starts to kind of signal the end of the wildfires. So, like, as for, like, smoke haze out west, if I go out west again, after this last trip this upcoming week, well, I doesn't look like I did any progress, but I did do some. Hold on, let me... Ah, there we go. Now it looks like I did something. Right, yeah, and so just October is a really good time to go stargazing. So, the nights are cool, they're clear, the roads don't get bad, because they're not bad until December and January. So November, October is a great time, and I'll be super busy at work. I won't be able to enjoy my life. So that's another reason why I don't want to continue working at this current job. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New videos every single Monday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night. Hello there. Actually, it's more of a goodbye. This is my Minecraft outro. Anyways, make sure you subscribe so that we can hit our 10K goal, so we can plant 100 trees for subs for trees. Otherwise, stick around for the next 20 seconds to give me that sweet, sweet watch time.